Formula One's biggest empire is cracking, and no one wants to talk about it. Is this the beginning of the end for Red Bull and Max Verstappen? Or is there a bigger conspiracy behind the sudden downfall of the most dominant duo in F1 history? Let's connect the dots. And trust me, the story is spicier than you think. Just 1 year ago, Max Verstappen and Red Bull were untouchable. Bahrain 2024, Verstappen cruised to a Grand Chelem, pole, fastest lap, race win, and led every single lap. A 1-2 finish for Red Bull, and the rest of the grid, almost 30 seconds behind, left gasping for air. But fast forward to 2025, and the king is no longer on the throne. At the very same circuit, Verstappen was not first, not second, but over half a minute behind the race winner. The car felt like a disaster, and even Max couldn't hide his frustration. No balance, no poise, he said. So what the hell happened in just 12 months? Behind the scenes, Red Bull wasn't just bleeding performance, it was bleeding talent. First, legendary designer Adrian Newey walked away. The man who built championship-winning cars for decades vanished from the team and soon popped up linked to Aston Martin with a fat paycheck and a shareholding deal. Coincidence? Then came Rob Marshall, the engineering mastermind, gone to McLaren. Jonathan Wheatley, another key player, left to lead Sauber, which turned into Audi next year. 3 giants walked out the door within months. What was happening inside Red Bull? Were these departures part of a bigger shift, or did these brains sense a sinking ship? But wait, the real drama isn't the car, it's Max Verstappen himself. Rumors of a tense Cold War between Jos Verstappen and Christian Horner have been making the rounds since last season. And now, with every poor performance, that tension is boiling over. Is Verstappen plotting an escape? According to insiders, his management isn't just unhappy, they're furious. Some say there's already pressure behind the scenes to trigger the performance clause in his contract. That clause could open the exit door long before his deal runs out in 2028. And with teams like Mercedes and Aston Martin waiving big contracts, the possibility of a shocking move is very real. Red Bull could be just a few bad races away from losing the driver who built their modern dynasty. But let's dig even deeper. Red Bull's technical tools have a dirty secret. Their wind tunnel is outdated. The data it spits out doesn't match what the car does on track. Christian Horner himself admitted it. It's like telling the time on 2 different watches. This isn't just bad luck. It's a design flaw, one that Newey probably saw coming before he walked away. Upgrades are coming at Imola, but the clock is ticking. If they don't fix the problem soon, the smart money says Red Bull will write off 2025 and shift focus to the new 2026 regulations, waving goodbye to any title hopes and maybe even to Verstappen himself. And behind the closed doors, the tension is suffocating. Verstappen's manager, Raymond Vermeulen, reportedly lost his cool after Bahrain, confronting Red Bull about the embarrassing performance. No more happy family. This is a team on the brink of collapse. Yuki Tsunoda might have scored points, but that was the only bright spot in a weekend full of pit stop disasters, electrical glitches, and an underperforming car. Red Bull's technical bosses locked themselves in emergency meetings the moment the race ended. So, is this just a rough patch for Red Bull? Or are we witnessing a slow-motion breakup between Verstappen and the team that turned him into an F1 legend? The signs are everywhere. Top brains abandoning ship, internal wars brewing, and a car that's struggling to stay competitive. And with the performance clause dangling like a ticking time bomb, Red Bull's future with Verstappen looks more fragile than ever. This isn't just a performance problem. This is the beginning of an F1 power shift. Mark my words, the 2025 season could end with Verstappen in a new seat and Red Bull scrambling to hold on to its fading empire. Subscribe for more spicy F1 conspiracies and breakdowns. And let me know in the comments, do you think Verstappen is leaving Red Bull, or is this all just a masterclass in media manipulation?